no jujitsu in that.
Yeah, exactly. But I'll tell you what, there is jujitsu in. Moving on to a couple of things that have happened in grappling the last couple of weeks. I would like to talk about a little bit about the East Coast Trials, but we have the finals and semifinals happening today.
Yep.
And I think, like you can admit, trying to kind of navigate through what was going on yesterday is not the easiest thing to do.
Oh man, mat 1, mat 2, mat 3, and then all of a sudden you're like stuck and it's somebody's backside for like 5 minutes. I'm like, dude.
Exactly. And fortunately for me, and I'll show you how to do that, before the next time we meet. But fortunately for me, I was able to figure out a little something that I didn't know existed on flow, because I always thought you just had to wait for everything to end, or then you had to search the person's name, and it's like trying to keep up with everybody. That's some of these, I don't want to use the word no names, but it's guys that you never really heard of. So I find myself yesterday just kind of following Krelestein yesterday, who made it to
so he did pretty well.
He did real well yesterday, and I think maybe one fight wasn't a sub, so he looked good in the subs. I saw the Kalestein. There was a quick, man, it couldn't have been more than 20-second Kalestein catch.
John?
Yeah, John Kalestein. So I'm really excited to see him.
What did he catch?
He caught a nice. It was like we were talking about, where he was initially entering in the primary. He had a primary attack leg, and then he immediately transitioned to the secondary leg.
Got it.
Now it was a belly down situation, so thinking that it was an outside heel hook, but could have even been a Z-lock. It was difficult to see, and I got to watch it again to confirm, and I'll have you watch it again as well. But beautiful, like we were talking about, and you and I were working on a little bit, was attacking initially, entering in the primary leg, and then immediately, or not immediately, but as the guy reacts, entering into the secondary
making
position.
them react to the primary.
100%. And it was actually something Danny and I were working on last week. And time ran out, so I wasn't able to finish the position. But I entered into. Oh no, that wasn't a secondary primary. I'm sorry, that was an enter in primary attack, and then got to go to a solid reap, a Z-lock, reaping position. And Danny's just got that. His leg lock defense has gotten pretty impressive.
But it does. Listen, it does make a huge difference. When you keep the primary in the back pocket.
No question.
You know what I mean?
No question.
Or, I guess you're secondary, but like making them think that your secondary attack is actually your primary attack.
I know exactly what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
You keep the one you're interested in the back pocket, not show any attention to it, and then all of a sudden you wind up with, the hottest chick at the prom.
No question. And I think, I think that having the inside position is the killer for everything.
Yeah.
Although I will say, based on kind of what you've been doing lately, and kind of putting yourself out there with the legs and then counterattacking has worked like wonders for your game, right?
Yeah.
It's your defenses and counters are solid, so it's you get into like that calf cutting type position, and then you open up other positions because of that, and you have a solid calf cutting position there that I want nothing to do with, to be honest with you. I'm looking to immediately jump on a heel when I get there with you, and you've been successful, with that. Like I said, you're putting yourself out there. Your legs are a little shorter than mine, so I think that plays a huge role in your.
Whoa.
Hey, I'm trying to give you a compliment while taking you down a notch.
Like, you got some stubby stems here, buddy.
But I think to going back to Patrick's one of our training partners, or not as not consistent with us because he moved away, but he's a brown belt that trains with us on occasion, and he was giving Manny some good feedback on his strength, his leg strength. But it goes back to what I'm saying. You put yourself out there because you're strong. You feel strong in those positions, and then you're able to capitalize on attacks because of it. But like I said, it goes to inside position, and within inside position, over your partner or over your opponent, it gives you control of either option. And it sets up some different attacks. And that's what I saw with Kalstein, and I'm excited to see him coming out on top. What I believe to be coming out on top, in the trials.
I did see, I saw a couple of snippets on Instagram of some interesting submissions. There was one that I found interesting with, it was like a whizzer
Uh-huh.
that the guy locked in and just kept turning, rotating. He was underneath though, and he just kept rotating his body over and over and over till he was able to basically get his arm exposed on the backside.
Yeah.
And then came up. The guy went to turtle, and he just kept turning his body, and it basically played the role of like a Kimura.
Oh, very nice.
But while just kind of holding it to his
Holding
body.
to his body. Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, very similarly. Yep, exactly.
Yeah, and controls the person's
So you
position.
saw what I'm talking about, right? It was a cool submission that had me thinking about that whizzer position a little bit. Where because we went to that one seminar where it was like you accept the whizzer and turn it into a sweep.
Yeah.
So similarly, this guy accepted the whizzer and turned it into a submission.
No question.
It was
No question. It was interesting. Yeah. I'm familiar with what you're talking about. But talking about whizzers, how about our boy Mica Galvao with that flying armbar?
That was a beautiful, beautiful armbar, man. I could have expected to see something like that out of him, man.
For sure.
That was his first match back, right? His first event back. His first
event back.
That's what I mean to say.
Yes. It was his first second match. Second match?
I think it was third.
It was the third. It was the third. It was the third match.
Since his injury.
Yeah.
I think this might be his first
It's his first knee go. Okay.
Yeah, he did exceptionally well.
Oh man, I'm so excited for for what he brings to. I don't know if he's doing. Did the Brazilian trials happen last week?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
It was. I thought they happened. They happened after West. After European. Then it was Brazilian. I didn't get to watch the Brazilian trials. I got to go back and watch the Brazilian trials. But what he did last year, he'll get the invite, obviously, no matter what. Yeah, what he did in the Brazilian trials last year was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And what he did in Who's Number One last weekend, man, was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I'll tell you what, man, I'm excited for J-Rod's career though too, because for him to stand there, in that, stand in there with Mica and do fairly well.
He did. He did really well. Yeah. I agree with you. And those armbar escapes were absolutely amazing.
the Rodriguez brothers with the armbar escapes is crazy.
Absolutely amazing, man. And I'll tell you what, man. It's going to be exciting to see what B team does. After watching Krelestein yesterday, obviously we have semis and finals today, so it's going to be interesting to see what they bring, what he brings to the table today. But after kind of what happened to them last year, with Krelestein getting knocked out early, Nicky Ryan getting knocked out early. Obviously, Nicky Rod always takes it far, but he got tapped pretty early by Gordon, which obviously things switched up in their rematch after that.
Yeah.
And then Craig getting knocked out in. He got knocked. Did he win? Did he win his division?
No, he got knocked.
He got knocked out in the finals, right? Kaynan got beat him in the finals. But I think we're going to see after what we saw from Craig in Quintet, and then what we saw from Krelestein recently, and obviously Nicky Rod. I think it might be a little ballsy pick, but I could see him winning that division in 2024. So I think when initially a lot of people were talking, because I know I was talking it, that there was little to no leadership there. It was just a bunch of really good, solid grapplers training together. Whereas now what I see is a Craig Jones maturing, taking that leadership role, realizing that he had to take that leadership role, and now kind of turning things around. And now you're seeing, Joseph Chen in the Europeans.
What a performance!
Amazing, bro, amazing. Whether or not he can take that to the tournament and be as successful, I think he'll be successful. Whether he's makes it to the finals and wins his division should be interesting to see. But either way, I'm impressed with what Craig has done for sure.
Yeah. You know who I'm impressed by too, though. I guess the opposite side is the new wave team, the girls. Man.
Yeah,
Those girls are crazy.
they are crazy. They are crazy.
Crazy impressive.
Yeah, no.
What's the blue belt name? The little young girl. She always wears the crazy colored spats.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of her
I
name.
can't remember her name.
It's slipping me. It's slipping me.
Pigtails. Of course, the hairdresser remembers hair.
No question. But yeah, that should be interesting for
really
the
good jiu-jitsu coming out of both camps.
No question, no question. But I'm excited to see what those guys bring. But I think going back to the who's number one. What Melky's doing with his little crew of savages.
There was 2 champs.
Yep.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but I did call them.
Yeah. No, you did. You did. You definitely did.
Man, but that final matchup with Baby Shark and Souza, what a match that was!
Amazing,
man.
Bro.
That was
amazing.
Like back and forth the whole time. It was so impressive.
It was, and I'm excited to see because we're gonna see that again.
Yeah.
And because I can't imagine that they would pin them against each other earlier than the finals.
Did you see what Baby Shark asked for?
No.
Baby Shark posted on his a little, like, I guess, a mock flyer on his page, saying that this is what the people want to see, and it was him and Mikey Musumeci.
Oh, man. From his lips to God's ears, man. And that takes me to what I witnessed last week, man, with Mikey and Aoki.
Come on.
It's just really depressing that they throw in a 40-year-old grappler to fight against a 27-year-old grappler. Have the 27-year-old grappler who, like I said, guys, I'm not hating on Mikey Musumeci. Mikey Musumeci is an incredible grappler. He's super, super technical. He's exciting to watch. But the fact that they're throwing guys like Aoki, who, by the way, not taking anything away from Aoki, but Aoki was never a top 10 grappler, ever in his division. And the fact that they're now throwing him in there at 40 years old and they're pumping up this, Mikey catches him with his, name-coined technique and this and that, it to me is it's embarrassing. I was excited with one when I watched some of the Muay Thai fights, but I will continue to hate on the fact that they have not yet gotten somebody high level. Number one, and number two, that Mikey is not jumping into some of these who's number ones.
So, one, you heard it, man. Make it happen.
Yeah.
Throw Baby Shark a couple coins and let's see this fight, man.
Yes.
I would love to see this match. It would be a phenomenal match. Because also, like, you saw the way Baby Shark escaped those leg entanglements. I found that super impressive because, Souza had some incredible bites on the leg.
Incredible. And then he hit that earlier on he hit that knee bar. That was a beautifully executed knee bar, guys. If you get a chance and you don't know what I'm talking about, we actually posted it to one of our shorts. So check out Gabe Souza's knee bar previously. But yeah.
I'm gonna stop.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I didn't even know that was in the room. It was so low.
It's like my voice.
Yeah. Oh, we can clean up now.
Yep.
We're pretty much done.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely check out that Gabriel Souza knee bar. And just as equally as impressive, coming out of Melky's crew was the third member of the trifecta wrestling with Kaynan. Fabricio. Fabricio Andrey. Those interactions that he had in that absolute.
I didn't expect him to win, but
no, either did I. I wasn't picking him to win. But,
he did hold his own, man.
Amazing, man.
Yeah.
Another impressive match. If you guys get a chance, check out Kaynan and Andrey. I mean, the way that team, that little crew of guys, is showing amazing guard work. With the submissions. Yes, 77 kilograms versus 100 kilograms.
David versus Goliath.
Yes, the best David versus Goliath matchup that we've seen in recent times. The only other one would be going back to ADCC would be our boy Lachlan finishing the backside heel hook, or it ended up being a rollout heel hook. He entered from the backside 50-50, finishing against Muhammad Ali in the absolute division.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Obviously, he got smashed
Yeah.
by Gordon after that because Gordon wasn't going to get 50-50 leg locked after that. But that Muhammad Ali Lachlan, going just some history for you guys. I'm sure you've seen it if you're ADCC fans, but awesome entry. That I think a lot of guys are now. They since then they've incorporated that K guard backside entry, and to then set it up for other positions from then. But anyway, guys, we're going to close out here. Excited. We're going to try to get a midweek recap of even if we just focus on the ADCC East Coast Trials, because I think a lot of great matchups. Obviously, Kalestein, Krikorian, looked great yesterday. Krelestein obviously looked great yesterday. So there's some really good matchups coming up today. So let us know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you later this week. Signing out
Thank you.
as always. Have a good one.